14th through the 20th. Hopefully you guys have had a good week so far. Definitely a lot of changes happening in the upcoming weeks, especially from the readings that I've already done. And I am going in chronological order from Aries all the way to Pisces, so I've done 4 so far for the coming week. But anyway, I've already shuffled, so I'm going to go ahead and get started on the pull. First card is still the overall essence here. Let's get these pulled out. Tower card, I haven't had that one come out in a little bit. Alright, so I do have a few extra decks here I'm going to be using. I didn't really plan this for Valentine's Day, but I am going to draw a couple of cards for relationship. I'm going to draw a couple of cards for abundance. And the abundance cards are not specifically for finances or material assets, but it definitely can be, because obviously abundance is more than just material assets. And then I got one spirit message card as well. So without further ado, let me get started on the reading. So the overall essence here is the 9 of Pentacles. So what that tells me is that leading into this next week, it looks like there's going to be a lot of progress or forward momentum being made, because the 9 of Pentacles talks about planting seeds, putting in diligent work, and kind of just pushing forward on certain projects or things that you're working on, and just moving forward. And it's a slow, steady pace. So it may kind of feel as though things are just kind of steadily moving forward, not really moving forward super fast. All right, so that's kind of like the overall. But the thing is like the 9 of Pentacles represents someone who is putting in the work, the diligent work, that is eventually going to pay off. So if you're working towards something that's you're trying to manifest extra money or material assets, then this is very good energy for that. That's usually how I read that. 9 of Pentacles can also represent someone bringing you opportunity, but I really feel like right now this is more talking about creating that opportunity. All right, and in the recent past, we have the Hierophant and the 5 of Cups. So really what I'm getting from this, I don't like to focus on past stuff too much, but it does kind of help, because it does kind of tell you what was affecting you in the recent past that could be still affecting you today. So the Hierophant can represent either an organization, and I'm going to be a little ambiguous here, an organization or some sort of spiritual leader. But it also can talk about like a spiritual leader as in someone outside of yourself that was sort of influencing you in some sort of spiritually growth-driven way. With the 5 of Cups with this, I'm getting this feeling that there was definitely some sort of sadness or kind of like not really getting out of it what you wanted, and so you're kind of focusing on the negative here. And the Hierophant could have been an actual person, or it could just be saying that you were going through some sort of heightened spiritual growth, I guess, that may not have been super like fun or exactly what you wanted it to be, because the 5 of Cups is just like you were focusing too much on what was being lost or what was being taken away from you. But the thing is like, you're being led up this ladder here, and ultimately it's like no matter what happened, you were being pushed towards a greater awareness of yourself and generally just your life in general. I mean, that's what this represents. The Hierophant is like elevating yourself, right? Coming into some sort of spiritual growth. If it's talking about an organization like a business or something a company that you were working for, it could also be talking about something just not working out the way you wanted it to. And so in a sense, it's like crying over spilled milk, but I don't really like that saying. It's just like, we all have emotions, right? Crying over spilled milk is like almost like taking a jab at your emotions. But either way, I'm getting a sense that something didn't work out in your favor, or at least the way you wanted it to. And that's just what keeps coming out of my mouth, so I'm going to keep saying it. Okay, so currently, it definitely seems like you're taking a pausing moment here, because something had happened or something is about to happen that is going to kind of almost like take the rug from underneath you and kind of shake you up to your core. And it's going to cause you to have sort of like a more analytically logical introspection because of that. And it may come in the form of communication, I'm getting as well. But the Tower represents like something sudden happens. It could be unexpected as well. It could be expected, but generally Tower moment just comes crumbling down, right? And so something may wind up coming into your experience that's going to wind up crumbling a foundation that wasn't really stable to begin with. And it could be coming in the form of communication from someone else, because the Queen of Wands can represent communication, logic, reason, rationale. But generally, it's like I'm getting two feelings with this. It's like coming in the form of communication, and also you kind of having to step back and kind of reevaluate the situation, and kind of like moving forward on the next. Because it looks like what's also happening at the same time is putting in work towards some sort of skill or project, but you may not know exactly which way you want to, like how you want to go about it, basically, because the Seven of Cups represents having choices to be made. And the thing is, with the Seven of Cups, you can have a little bit of confusion until you figure out what it is you truly want. And that could actually play in with the Queen of Swords as well, trying to figure out more clarity on a decision to move forward on something, because something like that, this unexpected event is going to wind up happening, and it's going to wind up shaking you to your core. And it's just like, I need to step back for a second and reevaluate what's going on in my life so I can actually move forward. But it looks like it, because the Eight of Pentacles to me always represents like putting in work towards a skill or multiple things even too. You're working on multiple things. And you may have different choices because of that, and you're just like, I need to figure out what I want to do. I need to figure out where to put my energy into. And then the coming energy, or the future cards, I guess. I always feel like these are generally coming fairly soon or fairly quickly. It's not like something that's super far into the future. Let's see here. So the Four of Pentacles and the Judgment. Okay, so what I'm getting from this, I always read these extended cards differently, almost every single column. It's just the way I feel when I look at it. So it looks like what's going to be happening is you're going to be freeing yourself, being released from certain burdens regarding financial stability. Okay, so if you feel like you're kind of having to like hold on to certain assets or certain material like money or whatever it is, you're holding on to something here, but it's like you're being freed of this burden, and you're kind of coming into a new perspective or a new understanding of how to handle your money as well, and kind of like what you want to put it into. So, and we'll get more clarification as we go along. This is pretty cool actually so far. Okay. That's actually very interesting. Yeah. All right. So anyway, I was looking at the cards for a second. So with the recent past, we have the Six of Swords over the Hierophant and the Five of Cups. And basically what I'm getting from this is like, whatever it is that you were feeling at a loss with, or kind of like things didn't really work out the way you wanted it to. The Six of Swords comes in and says, okay, so even though like, things may not have worked out the way you wanted them, you're still moving forward anyway. And that's basically what I was getting from the Hierophant too. So you were going through this spiritual growth, and that can like be represented in our life as many different things. Whether it's a person outside of yourself helping you grow, the company was being like not friendly, not trying to help you out, but ultimately it's like you were being pushed in a direction of growth because of this. And it seems like you kind of moved on from that, right? That's the feeling that I'm getting with the Six of Swords, is like the Six of Swords represents a transition, or moving away from something and not looking back. Taking what you have, what you need, and then moving forward after that. So it's like you did move on from this situation, and it was for the better. It's like you moved on to a little bit of calmer waters, but what's coming in is something that may not be super calm, right? Because the Tower moment doesn't really represent something that's super calm. But over the Queen of Swords here and the Tower, we have the Justice card. So, it may actually have some sort of dealings with law or legalities or even contracts. Something that comes in that it is going to create balance, because the Justice is a balance card in my personal opinion, because it is represented with the balancing scale here. But the thing is we have the sword, and the sword is always about taking action. So whether it's taking action towards signing contracts, properties, anything with the law or the court, or just anything that revolves around having to sign something, That's usually what I get from this. But it's like what you put in, you're going to wind up getting out. And it looks like you have a lot of thinking to do because of this. You need a little bit more clarity, because like what's going to happen is pretty fast, like sudden changes. And it's in regards to this justice card here. Because what else I'm getting is the work that you're trying to put in with the Eight of Pentacles and the Seven of Cups. I don't know if I showed you these or not. Eight of Pentacles, I may have already showed you them. And the choices that you were trying to make, it could be either talking about a home, marriage, or anything to do with an event that you're trying to plan, and you have multiple options in order, like, to choose from that you need to work on. And it's like having to, like, there's just a lot going on basically. And it makes sense to me because whenever I have a lot of things in my mind that I want to do towards, like, when I'm planning an event or whatever it is, there can be a little bit of confusion. You're like, what do I choose? Because this guy is sitting here like, I got this option, this option, this option. I don't know what to do, but ultimately you'll make the right choice because it's going to work out. Don't stress too much about it. And just kind of go with the flow. That's basically what it's asking. Go with the flow. Go with what feels right, not with what you think is right. Okay? We need to get more in tune with our emotions and how we feel intuitively to be able to discern the right choices for ourselves. And then what's coming is, when you're talking about the Four of Pentacles and the Judgment card, having to free yourself from these financial burdens or these ideas that you're having with not wanting to get rid of your money, how to spend your money wisely. That's basically what I'm getting with this. What this is saying is, like, because I got the Devil card, and to me this card can represent breaking yourself free of some sort of cycle or habit, whether it's in regards to money spending or how you use your money. It looks like you've been kind of caught in some sort of cycle or habit or behavior that may not be super favorable to you, and you could be becoming more aware of this. And I think that's what this Judgment card is talking about, becoming more spiritually aware and awakened to how you are using your material and financial assets. Yeah, that's kind of like what I'm getting from that. That's pretty cool. So let me go ahead and draw these two cards. What the? I swear. The way I shuffle, I'm getting the same stuff here. These two relationship cards I literally drew yesterday for Cancer as well. And I am a Cancer, so. Okay, so anyway, let me go on with the relationship here. So we have release and refusing to see. So I'm getting a couple different feelings from this card. So one side is either saying you are refusing to see what's inside yourself and you need to release like an older version in order for you to have a more fulfilling relationship within yourself and with others. It goes hand in hand. If you don't have love for yourself, how can anyone love you truly? Because relationships are like mirrors to ourselves. If you treat yourself poorly on the inside, generally people are going to treat you the same way that you treat yourself. That's the law of attraction. So either you're refusing to see the light within and not wanting to shed yourself. What it's doing is calling you to release that part of yourself. Or what it's saying is you're refusing to see someone in your life, a connection of some sort. You're refusing to see who they are for who they truly are, and you need to release them. That's the two things that I'm getting here. And it's like you have to get in tune with your intuition. This card has a third eye right here. And that represents our intuition and our inner mind, our inner seeing. First abundance card here is positivity, faith, and optimism. You open the doorway to positive experiences and opportunities with your positive expectations and energy. Do not allow negative energy or temporary setbacks to interfere with the path that you are on. Keep the faith and keep going. Yeah, definitely. I feel like this is talking about the Tower moment that may wind up coming in. Stay positive, have faith that what happens is for your highest good, and you're going to wind up moving forward with much more like optimism with what's about to come to you. Because something is about to happen that's going to kind of shake you up. but ultimately it's helping you in the end. So look at it as an opportunity to kind of restart and reset yourself to be able to move forward. And just have that faith. That card comes out whenever like you're being guided towards something. Ask for your needs to be met. This card came up a couple times yesterday. God and the angels can come to your aid only if you make a free will choice to be helped. And it begins with asking. It doesn't matter how you ask God for help, but only that you do so. The same holds true with clearly asking other people to assist you. So, like, when things happen in our life, especially what's going to be coming in with you, there's a lot of work being done, a lot of things shifting and changes and whatnot. You might need to ask for help, especially if you are trying to plan an event of some sort, whether it's a marriage or just some kind of celebratory event or some kind of get together, whatever it may be. It's what this is saying is like, ask for help. Like, don't think you need to be alone in these endeavors, because ultimately it's going to cause more stress. And if you can find someone that's going to help you release that load, and ultimately just like you can share your vision with them, and then they can help you like create that vision, then why not? Why put yourself through more stress than you actually need to? So ask for help if you want it / need it. Reach out. That's actually funny. We know you are reaching out right now for help due to a current situation. Support is as much about the physical act of accepting help where offered as it is about the emotional benefits and learning that it's truly okay to accept support however it's presented to you. So this is literally just reconfirming what we just talked about, asking for help. Reach out. If someone offers help to you, take it. Especially if you kind of know their work ethic and they're going to wind up being a big help, do it. But this is like double confirmation. That's pretty cool. Yeah. All right. Awesome reading, Leo. I really hope that you enjoyed that. That was pretty insightful in my personal opinion. Anyway, if you value it, please like, share it, and or subscribe to my YouTube channel. I am trying to expand as much as possible. I feel called to just release my intuition and bring messages to as many people as possible. I'm doing it with a lot of love. So anyway, I'll see you in the next one. Bye.